So, I don't know if I told y'all the other day, I went in the attic for something. That, for me, is like a mini adventure every time. Um, but I forgot, I didn't tell you guys, I found something else in there and it's had me thinking. Oh, first of all, I voted today. Early voting. Make sure you vote. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't care how you vote. Just make sure you vote. It's your license to complain. Anyway, I went into the attic and I was looking around for something. I don't even remember what I was looking for now. I'm starting going there more often. And I found a notebook and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this notebook. I used to love it. It's real pretty and kind of, I don't know, boho and like really cute. And I just remember I used to keep it next to my bed. And y'all, I used to write down ideas. It was kind of like an idea book. And oh my God, y'all, I laughed and laughed. I didn't just laugh, like my heart swelled a little. And swole. English, not my subject. Anyway, so I opened it and I ended up sitting down like stinking Chevy Chase in Vacation and just reading like the whole thing. But apparently some of the stuff I don't even remember writing down. It's in my handwriting, but I just don't remember writing it down. They were ideas for like children's books, because I used to want to write children's books. Ideas for, I don't know, all kinds of crap. And a movie, I have one in there, a movie. Actually, one of them is a movie I wanted to write about, about my mom's life, because I think my mom is a rock star. And her life is fascinating to me, the way she knew what she wanted to do when she was little. And not only did she do it her whole career, but she loved it. Absolutely loved it. And still, people come to her and ask her, you know, for her opinion and advice and all kinds of stuff. Heck, she's our go-to for everything. And her story is fascinating. So, and I think she's a genius. But anyway, and I even had written down, you guys, who was going to play certain roles. Is that hilarious? Just so you know, my part was played by Reese Witherspoon. I guess, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe it was before Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know. Anyway, I had Reese Witherspoon as my role. I had Susan Sarandon as my mom. And I had Richard Dreyfuss, I think, as my stepdad. You know I was picking Richard Dreyfuss. I love him. And I love my stepdad. So anyway, I have the whole plot. I have the whole thing right now. It's I'm gonna have to show it to my mom. But anyway, the point is, I had all these amazing ideas and things that I wanted to do and create and all of this. And I was like, dang, I wonder how many of us have those. I mean, I've locked that crap away. How many of us have these things that we wanted to create and do in our life, and then never really did them? I don't know why. We just didn't. We didn't have access. We didn't have time. We didn't have money, whatever. And thinking about just dreams we had that didn't come to fruition. And then I was talking to friends the other night when we were at the planetarium, I don't know why, we were talking about Henry Ford and talking about, being innovative and having ideas and creating things. I mean, what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. Of course, the things I wrote down weren't necessary, but I thought they were going to be. I was just interested in creating stuff. So I was listening to the story about Henry Ford. Well, I'm going to have to go get a book about, there's a book a friend of mine's reading, Jason's reading, about Henry Ford and Thomas Jefferson and somebody Firestone and John somebody. Anyway, they called themselves the Vagabonds, and for 10 years they went on these road trips. But these were fascinating people. Happened to be all men at the time. And so I was looking into it, and Henry Ford was like a really innovative guy. He had this idea, and I didn't realize this. It was like 1896 or something. He put basically two bicycles together and put a little boat motor steering wheel on it and threw an engine in it. And that was like his first real invention towards car. And he kept getting investors, and then he kept losing all their money. And he would give up, but then he would go back to it. How many of us never go back to it? He kept going back to it. I mean, look how our lives are different because of him. Kept going back to it. And like by 1903 or something, had the Model A. In 1908 or I don't know, something like that, had the, y'all don't check my dates, had the Model T, and like best friends with not Thomas Jefferson, Edison. I said Thomas Jefferson. My history's usually good, y'all. Oh, I think I said Thomas Jefferson. Wrong time. Thomas Edison. Tracy Lynn. So anyway, but one other thing I found really interesting is that, according to my friend Jason, who's actually reading the book, that he was so innovative, like to save money and to make his dreams come true and not to go bankrupt, I guess. He asked the people shipping his parts in these crates. He said, well, they have to be a certain size and they have to have certain holes here, here, and here. And they were like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And he's like, all right, I'll get someone else. And he finally found someone to do it. You guys, what he did was he used the crates in the specific sizes with the holes in the specific places in the cars. Like, I don't know if they were the backs of the seats or where they were, but he used them that's what I'm assuming, in the cars already made for him. They did the work for him. Now he was buying products from them, but they supplied him with parts already made, and he used everything, used the crates. So I was like, dang, he thought outside the box. And I'm all about that. But he was also very innovative. And by the 1950s, I don't remember the date, basically half of the cars on the road were made by Ford at the time. Now, not today, but they're still very, obviously very successful. So anyway, I don't know why I was sharing that. I just saw the book and I'm holding on to that. That's got to go in the safe somewhere. But anyway, I just thought the quote by him was really cool, because I don't know that if we're asking ourselves the right questions. Because I literally sat there and was like, why didn't I do any of this? Like, I even remember going to like a weekend thing in New York City when I lived in New York on writing children's books, on how to write children's books. I was fascinated with it. And Ava and I wrote a book together and published it. But anyway, I just thought the quote by him is really cool, which was, he was thinking about he had a better question, like, what is a better way we can get around, and how, because he became a race car driver basically and broke the land speed record with his invention. And that's how he got to start Ford Motor Company. It got him the attention he needed to get the funding and all of this for it, because the car's number was 999, bless. At least it wasn't 666. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But his quote was, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. No, y'all, he thought outside the box and was innovative. So if you've got ideas locked away somewhere, or that you can remember, I'm going to go back and do some of this stuff. I'm excited about it now. Heck, I even have like specific characters in children's books and the whole plot written out in some of them. And y'all, one of them is really cute. Really, I don't have a name for it. It says on there, come up with name. So maybe I'll have my kids help me with that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you're still using your non-dominant hands after last night. Y'all, I'm brushing my teeth with my left hand. It's messy stuff. Messy stuff. Y'all have a good night.